Well, hello everyone, my name is Prime and welcome back to this episode of ATS Showcases, and today I am checking out the 2018 Volvo VNL by Galimim. This thing is an absolute beauty, has a ton of customization options, and it looks really good as well. And we're here in Phoenix, Arizona for once. We're back in Arizona. It's been a long time since I've been down here, and we're just heading up to Flagstaff, and we're hauling some TVs for Swift. I got the Swift skin, so of course, both the Volvo VNL, the 2018 version obviously by Galimim, and the Swift skin will be down in the description below, but let's check out some of the options this truck has to offer. So this 2018 VNL has quite a few options, starting with the different cabin options. You've got your mid-roof, your high roof, and then the Globetrotter XL, which I am using today because this thing is an absolute beast of a Volvo VNL. We have multiple different chassis options. Of course, I'm using, keep in mind, basically doing an ultimate version of this truck. So I'm doing basically at everything at the highest trim level because why not? Now, engines. This is the very interesting thing. This truck comes with multiple engine mods incorporated right with it. Of course, the Volvo engines from the D11s, I believe has also the D13s in here as well. But we also have Cummins engines as well, the X15 variants as well. And so depending if you're with the Volvo engine or if you're with the Cummins engine, the transmission types will change as well. So today I'm just using, I believe it is the D13 or maybe it's the D11, I can't quite remember, but we're using then the I-shift transmissions. And if I change to the Cummins engines, you see we get different transmissions here. Now the interior of this mod is truly stunning. I mean, we've got so many options just for the package of the interior alone. Now we start off with just the fleet trim here. You have the navigation option, or you can do additional gauges if you don't want the navigation in the console down here. Same goes for touring trim with navigation and the additional gauges. It changes, some of the interior, and that's actually the one I'm using today because I actually really like the look of the touring trim. It's clean, but a little bit nice red accents everywhere as well. And then the limited trim brings in your tan and some of the wood grain and stuff like that. To each their own, but I like the touring level here, and of course I have the navigation because I get lost very easily. Now, paint job today was very easy because I just went down and added in the Swift Transport skin, so that's what I'm using obviously today. But the truck does come with multiple different preset colors that of course the Volvo VNL would come with in real life as far as I am aware. So you've got your silver, greens, whites, blues, a kind of they call it smoky mountain blue, which is a little bit more purpley on my end. Maybe it depends on your monitor. And of course you've got your reds, which is very bright, at least on my screen. But of course you could do your custom colors as well. Now the exterior options, this is where this mod absolutely shines. Look at the amount of dots just about everywhere. You can do chrome accents on just about everything. Where's the bumper thing? I think it's right in here. No, that's bumper 2. Well, right here. Got different options, of course, for the bumper. I'm actually using the paint. I actually like the look with all the extra chrome accents I did on this truck. I actually like the look of the paint version of the bumper, especially with this Swift skin. So if I actually change to it, there we go. It's a little bit dark, a deeper red there. It just, I think it matches a lot nicer. Of course, you can do your full side skirts with the arrow and all that good stuff, the extra decals and stickers, all your good stuff for verification. I guess the gas tank doesn't really matter at that point. Yes, sometimes when you circle around, some of the dots will disappear. That is a little bit of a downside, I guess, but you know what? You don't want to get too overwhelmed there. There are just a ton of options on this truck, especially on the exterior. Interior, I have to say, it is a little bit more lacking. I think there are actually there are other mods that you can do to basically make it compatible with like the SIL or whatever it is, a mega pack and stuff like that. Now, you do have a few different steering wheels. I just left it with the VNL because I think it looks the best, honestly. And then up top, we have a radio as well that you can add in, which I did. I should also mention that besides the integrated engine mods, we also have a full suite of custom sound mods that come with this truck as well. So it sounds really nice. Everything from the reverse beep to shifting to air release, it all seems to be a part of this truck, and it sounds truly incredible. So without further ado, let's get this thing fired up. Of course, we've got that custom horn, I guess you could say. So for those who don't know, this is actually made by, well, of course, I did mention Galimim, I guess, right at the beginning, but it's the same person who did the Volvo VNR, which I know I am very late to these mods. I know I just did the Volvo VNR, I guess a few weeks ago now, and I have been, I guess, on a little bit more of a Volvo suite when it comes to some of these trucks, but I think I'm a little overdue here when it comes to doing these mods. They truly need to be done and showcased, and for some reason I haven't done this already. Same with the Volvo VNR, and so you know what, today is the day I do it. And here we go. We are on the road. Oh, I guess I should also mention, I guess when we go up to a stoplight, hopefully we actually get a stoplight, or maybe I can do it because we've got a straight stretch here. Look at the different options here on that center console. We've got so many different options that you can go from. It is absolutely amazing. I just leave it at that. It's really nice. This interior is just it's stunning, just like the Volvo VNR. I mean, Galimim has done an amazing job with both mods, and yes, I'm finally here on the Volvo VNL, the 2018 version, which, I mean, this thing just looks absolutely sweet. I mean, part of me wishes that we actually had an updated version of the Volvo VNL base in American Truck Simulator, because they have changed so much dramatically. If you put this compared to even the Volvo rework mod I did only a week or two ago, it has changed night and day, the design and the features. But just listen to some of these sounds. I know I'm still talking, but the interior sounds, like the indicators, everything it's just a whole suite of different sounds. Let's see about the windows. Windows sound stock, but that's fine. It depends on the mod if it does. But I like that you've got all these new sounds, or I guess the different custom sounds for it. Now, I do know that Galimim used a few other, I guess, engine mod creators and sound mod creators for this. So check out the description on the Steam Workshop page, which of course is the links down below for some of the credits there. I can't quite remember off the top of my head who they are, but he does credit them. I think they actually worked together on this mod to create it and bring it to the justice that it does. But because it is an amazing truck, and I mean, I really wanted to do something else. Just look at that before I continue on with what I was saying. That is a beautiful sight right there. It's just, it's so realistic. It feels like I'm driving by this thing. It's Swift Transport in Arizona with a Volvo VNL. This thing is just a kind of a match made in heaven almost. But anyways, I know I've been on a bit of a Volvo suite here. I know we've also last couple ATS showcases have been doing a lot on the new International 9900i. I did want to take a break from that just briefly, obviously, to do this mod, and I've got a few other things that aren't Volvo. Not saying that Volvos are bad or anything, but I want to keep a little bit of a variety on here. But you know what? This is an immensely popular mod. Once again, I have no idea why I didn't do it earlier than now. I'm very, very surprised. I actually had to check in my thumbnails for the ATS showcases to see if I've actually done this video or not, because I just wanted to make sure that I didn't name the video something different and it wasn't showing up on my dashboard, because I'm not scrolling through 400 some videos now that I have on the channel. So I somehow haven't managed to do it. I mean, I just got onto the Volvo VNR a few weeks ago. I'm now here on the Volvo VNL, and I see why this thing is immensely popular, and I see why Galimim is seen as one of the most amazing, or one of the amazing mod creators for these trucks. I mean, it's just detail left, right, and center, and somehow performance hit hasn't been affected one bit. I haven't seen a frame drop. Well, I guess maybe other than there, but you know what? Sometimes things happen on my computer that it just happens. Good old Windows computers, sometimes they have an update or something that sometimes gets affected, but I haven't seen any major or consistent performance hits, so that's something good to you guys to know, that if you do end up getting this mod and you haven't tried it before, most likely you'll be able to run it without any issues. And keep in mind, I am also running the ultimate kind of version of this truck, so I have a lot of chrome, a lot of accents, a lot of additions on it. So if you kept it a lot more simple, I'm sure it would also run a lot better as well. Now, I do realize we're not going very far today, and quite simply it's because we don't have a ton to talk about right now. Now, saying that, I'll there'll be a Prime News or two by the time this gets out. I'm having to unfortunately pre-record this a little bit more than I'd like. I actually don't know what day I'm going to release this video. You're probably watching it on Wednesday, but I don't want to say anything too in depth because who knows, it could be earlier than that. But hopefully you guys are doing well. I certainly am, and I want to talk about a bit what's happening here on the channel because I've been doing a lot of ATS showcases and Prime News, and that's about it. And of course, you have your occasional throw-in racing or whatever. But I've been unfortunately neglecting ATS2 a little bit more than I'd like to. I don't know why. It's been one of those things where there's been so much new content for ATS, whether it was, well, the international 9900i integration definitely brought in a lot of stuff, so that was a big thing there. ETS2, for some reason, I've been just getting a lot of recommendations for stuff on ATS, and ETS2 has just kind of fallen through the cracks a little bit recently, and I want that to change, most definitely, for all those ETS2 fans out there who like to watch either both, or just ETS2 for that matter. But I want to get back to that most definitely. It's just a matter of, gotta just hug the center line here. Sideswipe the cop on the traffic stop. That would be bad. But yeah, I don't know why ETS2 has been a little bit more on the back burner, but I guess it's just whatever I decide to, what game I decide to launch, and what's obviously recommended to me by you guys, and what I see in the Steam Workshop that would be quite popular, and what you guys may want to see, because that's also a big balance for me as well. But moving forward, I've got to bring back Prime Logistics, both Prime Logistics EU and America Truck Simulator version, but I've got a few things in mind to make the Prime Logistics, especially here on ATS, a little bit more immersive, I guess. So keep an eye out for that. I have no idea, in all honesty, when that will come back, but it's going to be kind of like a fresh start, and I think it will be a really, or more or less fresh start. I guess it's going to be a really interesting thing to be able to check out. I mean, I've got a few ideas written down and a bit of a planning book here, but honestly, it depends in the time being what happens. I'm working on a few things with a few great people to try and get a few things lined up, but I think it will be really cool. Only time will tell whenever it actually gets done, unfortunately, because my schedule changes constantly. Some weeks I think I'm going to be fine, and then some weeks it's not. It's unfortunate in a sense, but you know what? It's the way it is. It's life, and we gotta roll with the punches and deal with it, I guess you could say. Come on, Volvo. I thought I put like a 500 horsepower engine in you, or maybe I only did 400. I can't remember how big of engine I did in this thing. I thought it went up to like the 500 because it needed the extra power, but I guess I must not have. Who knows? It is nice to be back here in Arizona. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I guess in the last episode I was kind of talked about it briefly as well, about how I've been doing a lot just in some of the newer areas. But you know what? I need to come back to these, I guess, older quote-unquote areas of the ATS map and continue to drive in them, because it's not that they're necessarily bad. They're just not up to the same quality as the new DLCs, and SCA Software has openly admitted that, and considering that they're doing the California rework currently, that's the word I'm looking for, they know they're having to do drastic overhauls to these areas, and you know what, it's the way it is, but it is still nice to come back to these areas, and especially because Swift, as far as I am aware, if I look on the side of the truck, it should say Transportation something or of Arizona or something like that, kind of on the sleeper, little white text. I decided to come to Arizona. I noticed that detail, so I decided to do that. Enough jibber jabber from me. Let's do some engine braking time to see what this Volvo can do, because I don't have necessarily high hopes, but we'll give it a shot, because why not? You know what? It's actually not too bad. All things considered, I think these engine mods are actually very, very good. Now, I did briefly test the Cummins sound, but I decided to actually go with the Volvo, or I guess the D11, D13, whatever I chose. I decided to go with it just because, you know what, well, one, it's a Volvo truck. I know they do have Cummins engines available, as far as I'm aware. But I decided to go with this simply because I just did the video on the X15 sound mod for the International 9900i. Now, they do sound different because they are a different class of engine, as far as I am aware. They definitely sound different. They have a different sound to it because this is definitely an economy truck, so those engines are more of the economy engine and not so brute force, I guess you could say. But so they're definitely dampened down, but I decided to go with the Volvo just for the sake of kind of complete package. And you know what, I could do the Cummins in the future, but you know what, we'll go. I just decided to go with it. That's simple answer. I had to basically choose between the two, and I had just done the Cummins mod, so I decided to go with the Volvo engine as well, or instead, I guess I should say. I guess I'll be patient. I'll wait here. I like the stickers on the window too. It's really nice. Just a lot of detail. You can actually do, I think they said a windshield heater as well, which is kind of interesting. I'm just going for it. Whatever. Swing out and around here. Beautiful stuff. I haven't been doing too bad, I don't think. I think the last few episodes, it's been really pretty clean driving, other than the fact that I missed my exit in the last episode. You know, I think I have to pat myself on the back a little bit. I mean, I don't want to jinx it now, but I think I have actually been doing a lot better, definitely, than before, or than earlier in, I guess you could say, my YouTube career. It's definitely better. I'll give it that much. Now, of course, I've had gracious donations of equipment upgrades as well, which does night and day for driving as well, because I can actually control what I'm doing, or at least I have better control. But yeah, it's definitely a whole lot better compared to before. So, should we put on our flashers? Yeah, we'll be realistic. Even though there's no one else in this lot, we'll put the flashers on, get lined up here, and reverse this puppy into the spot here. Deliver those TVs to those needy Walbert customers. Reverse sound. Like it or not, you have to listen to this high-pitched beep as I reverse. Oh, we got some major lag there. What's that about? Come on, computer. You can do it. It doesn't like the reversing. How interesting. If I spin around. Oh, wow. What is... There's gotta be something... Okay, I guess we can't do that then that way. What does it not like? There is something about looking out that window that my computer does not like one bit. So I guess we're gonna have to do this, or do I do it with the mirrors? I could do it with the mirrors. Let's try. I can't see though on the ground. Oh, it's better now. What was that about? Okay, I don't know if that's just something with me. I'm messing this up hardcore. Okay, well, let's see if we can get it over here. I don't think it's gonna take it. We're gonna have to straighten up. Well, it's accepting it, but I'm not doing it for my ego. I gotta help my ego out here a little bit and try not to bonk the wall. Come on, I know that could have been close. Let's try and get back here. But it's nice that there actually is. Oh, come on. Okay, so I can't put the camera all the way back towards the truck, but I can get it close, and then we're fine. Strange, not gonna lie, but at least he took it. So thank you all so much for watching. Get out of reverse so we can have our sanity back. Thank you all so much for watching. What an amazing truck mod. Of course, huge credit to the sound mod developers as well that worked with Galimim, as far as I'm aware, or at least the ones that Galimim used to be able to do the sounds for this truck. Both the engine sounds and the normal ambient truck sounds as well, and all the little effects are truly amazing. It just adds so much immersion to this truck. The skin is amazing as well, so realistic. I would highly recommend this combo for any of you. I mean, this is just definitely something you should try, especially if you're doing more of an economy kind of, I guess you could say, company roleplay fleet thing in your save. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.